Hello, SYSCA.
Welcome, everyone.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Abby.
And we are
Shit You Should Care About
Podcasts. That wasn't even planned. That was just awkward by nature. Avatar. Oh, have I called you Avatar?
No, and you're not allowed. She keeps trying to give me pet names that are so ugly, like Avatar.
And the Abster.
Yeah, I hate.
But the thing is like they start as pet names and then I just like Avatar is now ingrained.
No.
Okay. Abby, SYSCA had a big week this week.
Yes.
We got some exclusive breaking news.
SYSCA Scoop.
SYSCA Scoop, the first ever SYSCA Scoop. Someone make us a jingle. Oh, no, but don't make it say first ever because we're hoping we're going to get more.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk to you about that today in this here podcast. I'm also going to talk to you about Donald Trump storming out of an interview because it's just really fucking childish and like I kind of just want to play the soundbite for everyone.
Yeah.
And then I hear you have some news.
Yes. I'm talking about Instagram introducing Instagram Plus, a really cringe subscription.
Okay, go on.
And scientists have made sourdough bread from yeast that they found on a mummy.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
That's fucking disgusting. Wait. Okay, I was going to say something even more disgusting just then. And I'm going to censor myself for the first time ever in podcast history.
History.
What have we got on pop culture?
Phoebe Bridgers announces affordable and phone-free concerts.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Okay, cute.
Yeah.
But as always, before we get into the news and the pop culture of it all, we are going to play our little game, Shit Chat.
Yes.
Where we ask each other a question from our little question box so that you can get to know us a bit better and so that we can get to know each other a bit better. Abby, what's the question this week?
Okay, this one's weird, but I like it. So imagine you're a cult leader.
Easy. Already have one.
You have to enforce rules, like at least 3 have to be enforced. Like you have to be in character of a cult leader. They have to be unhinged.
So
like,
I'm the prophet.
Yeah.
I'm the prophet. I'm getting into character. Cult leader Lucy. Cult leader Lucy. Very easy to get into character because I feel like I already make people like think the things that I think.
Yes.
Okay. My first one is no one is allowed to be like on the fence about anything. For me, being wishy-washy is a sin.
Okay. Yeah.
So like
So you have to be completely honest.
yeah, just honest and
Your
like have
opinion.
opinions. Like, and I don't care if people's feelings get hurt.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah.
And if you
I'm
want to change your
scared.
opinion, I'm also down for that.
I wouldn't survive in this cult already.
Yeah. So, well, you would. You just have to, you already have opinions in your head. You just got to say them.
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing about a cult is they brainwash you. So I feel like that would be part of my brainwashing is like telling people that it's okay. To
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next one, I don't cook. Like,
Yeah.
everyone be cooking for me, the
Yes.
prophet Lucy.
Yep. I mean, I think we're already in a commune in our
Yeah.
flat then.
Yeah, Lucy does. One thing about her, she don't cook. I mean, with her work, she cooks, but. And my third one is our like sacred text that you have to study and get to know before you get into the cult.
Yeah.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. You have to sit and watch that. And
Analyze it.
analyze it, study it, wear the outfits, sing the songs, and just know that that was the
Wear
creation
the
of Lucy.
outfits and sing the songs.
It's like our cult thing. So
Okay.
honestly, opinionated pop stars, and I'm not cooking.
Trisha Paytas would really fit in your cult because she just wore the Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen's
Yes.
outfit.
And she ate.
has opinions.
Okay, and she doesn't cook because she gets mukbangs. She gets food delivered.
But isn't it you that doesn't cook?
Yeah, but we can both get shit
Yeah.
delivered.
She
Well,
doesn't.
Okay, I'm actually like
It's just you and Trisha Paytas.
cult
in the
member number
commune.
one. I think between the two of us, though, we could indoctrinate some people. What have you got?
Oh my God. Okay. My first rule is I decide wake up time and it will never be earlier than 8 in the morning. Everyone has to stay in their bed, quiet, no noise.
Okay, so this is like Abby really hates having to give opinions, and I really hate having to stay in bed after I'm awake. Okay, that's a really good one for
Yeah.
you.
I have to vet all the furniture and decor that comes into the commune.
Yeah.
because I'm not having ugly stuff in my coffee.
I kind of want that. I kind of want you to do that anyway for me
Yeah.
because you've got taste.
Like people bringing in some like plastic chairs.
No.
No. And then my third is kind of similar to you, but I'm not cooking.
Oh.
I never have to cook. I have that in here. But we have to have dinner at the table by candlelight every night together.
I'm not being part of this cult. One of my things I hate so much is eating dinner at the table.
And it's my favourite thing in the flat. Never wants to sit at the table.
I don't like sitting at the table.
I
because,
love having dinner with my friends.
yeah, that is nice. Why do I hate it so much?
I don't know. And also by candlelight. Like a roast.
Candlelight's lovely.
A roast by candlelight.
It's giving
and we're
cold.
all sitting. Yeah. And we're all wearing white dresses.
Damson Matter, the specific Damson Matter white dress. Okay, that's a really good one. But okay, so we wouldn't be in each other's cults, so I guess this is it.
I guess this is goodbye.
Let's start mine.
See ya.
See you guys.
I have a cult to
And
run.
Abby's cult is also it's all summer all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
The weather. I control the weather.
Yeah. And you control okay, anyway. Shut up, Lucy.
Your one-sided crooked network. So let's call it quits.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you about our first news story.
Yes.
Avatar, because this was actually really, well, first of all, it's big in the scheme of holding big tech to account. It's really good for children and parents of children. And it's also big for shit you should care about to be trusted with breaking a story of this magnitude. So Britain is the first country in the world to make it impossible for kids to receive nudes. And so this sounds like it would take some like crazy technology.
Yeah.
And it would be really hard to like get every phone and make sure it can't receive nudes. No. This technology that like blocks kids sending and receiving nudes already exists on every phone that like Apple and Google have built. It's just turned off right now.
Yeah.
It's just not activated. So Britain or the UK is just saying we are going to, in the next 3 months, force these companies to activate this technology that they already have to protect kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's getting lost. I mean, a lot of the commentary, and we're going to get to this, has been about like surveillance and everyone's focusing on what's going to happen to my data rather than
it's already being shared.
girl, your data's like targeted ads.
Yeah.
Your data's already being harvested. We're way like past that. Everyone is deciding to be a devil's advocate on this one story, saying
like this is not the story too.
no. When survivors are stepping forward and being like, oh my God, like this would have helped me. I'm so like, thank God this is happening. So what we're talking about here is features that are already built into the operating systems of smartphones and tablets. These features are just sitting there doing nothing right now, and companies have just decided to leave them off by default, or they like blur the content but they don't block it.
Right.
The UK is basically saying that is not good enough. These companies have 3 months to turn them on, or they will legislate them into doing it and make their bosses criminally liable for basically the explicit sending of nudes between underage people. Shit you should care about was lucky and privileged to be able to be the only people with access to the UK Home Secretary who pushed this through, and one of the survivors. So the UK Home Secretary said tech companies have a moral duty to act by making it impossible for children to take, share or view nude images. If they don't, we will legislate. And then the Technology Secretary said companies should switch these protections on by default for every child on every device. We're giving them 3 months to show us that they'll do the right thing. So these companies have 3 months basically to be like, okay, boom, we're now blocking the ability to do this. So when this technology is properly activated, this is what actually happens. So if a child tries to take a nude photo of themselves, it won't be taken, it won't be shown, and it won't be saved. If someone sends a child a nude image, it's automatically blocked before they ever see it. it works across all apps and services, not just like websites that you open up, and it can't be bypassed by using a VPN.
Okay.
So this technology is like
Amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
When I wrote about this in the Scoop, I wrote like why this matters, but it's like I feel like I don't even have to explain why this matters. Like let's stop kids getting like unwarranted photos.
It's so dangerous.
Or getting blackmailed into sending photos
Yes.
and then being exploited, leading to further mental health issues like suicide attempts. It's just, yeah, and this is what's really fucked me off, that the main comment, which is a fair enough comment, I understand the threat of surveillance, being surveilled, being watched. I understand being worried about that, but I think the world that we live in that is so obsessed with conspiracy and has such little trust in government and institutions, we are so primed to just think that everything governments do is bad.
Yes.
And so it was like we were living in a fucking alternate reality looking at the comments on the SYSCA post. It was not being like, this is good for kids. It was, yeah, but there's no way they're doing this to save kids.
Yeah,
they're
or
totally doing it to get our data.
They were just saying some weird hypothetical like.
But what if this happens and this happens? It's like, okay, why are you trying to make it like necessary for nudes to be sent between kids?
Yes.
So if you look at the comment sections on SYSCA, it's bananas, and you'll see just like kind of the weird minority of people having this huge like reaction to this. So over 18s can still access adult content by verifying their age. There's no data collection, no monitoring, and no reporting. It's just when a child attempts to take or receive a nude image, the device doesn't process it. So nothing is stored, nothing is flagged, nothing is sent anywhere. But yeah, if you verify your age and you're an adult, you still have access to all of this. So it's like your rights, if you think your rights are being taken away by not being able to send nudes when you're under 18, then that's like a problem that we have in like education. It's not a right to be able to send someone a dick pic.
Sorry, that's too damn bad. If you're a 16-year-old, like I'm sorry, this is going to save so many children.
And young women, especially their lives. Like we spoke to a survivor, Rhiannon, and she was 13 when she first like was in a chat room and met what she thought was a girl.
Yes.
Long story short, this girl like over lots of time sort of said you should be a model, sent some photos. She had really low self-esteem. She was like getting all these compliments. She sent the photos. And then it turned out, obviously, it was a grown man who then used these images to blackmail her, wanted her to meet up with him, things like that. It's literally like, are you hearing stories like this? And when you hear that this technology that already exists on their phone is being turned on, you think, yeah, but that's not a good thing because data collection. I'm sorry. We need to zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture. Like real survivors are being impacted. Like it's just, it seems like a crazy thing to have to defend.
I know. I didn't expect that from the comments. Like I understand where people come from, like you said, with the surveillance, but it's like, this is the one story where it's like actually working in favour of especially children. It's like, you know, The Simpsons. There's no one thinking of the children.
I know. It's and so the surveillance squad, who like aren't the people being victimised here.
Yeah.
I think the loudest voices at the moment. So anyway, this story is a positive news story. And yeah, we were very honoured to be able to be the first people in the world to break the story.
Yes, and I wonder if Apple and Google, if they're going to talk about like, well, why haven't they turned on these systems?
Yeah, I know.
Like, are they going to be transparent about it or just?
I think like in theory this is a really good story. In practice, the idea of like legislating and taking these we've seen how hard it is to take these bosses of these big tech companies to court and first of all win, and then second of all actually do something about it is like quite hard. But you would think that like if a whole country is saying just turn these on, if people actually got behind it instead of being like no surveillance, then maybe like would be more likely to actually take these people down. But anyway, so that is the SYSCA scoop.
SYSCA exclusive.
SYSCA exclusive. And I mean, anything that makes being online safer for young people,
It
shouldn't be such an
because
argument.
it is so dangerous. And a lot of people, I saw comments being like, parents should be educating their children. Like, we shouldn't be leaving it up to governments to enforce these things. But it's like, not every child has parents
Yes. A tech savvy or
parents or safe parents. Like,
Yes.
it's just like,
Also,
you
it's
can't
just
base it on one happy family.
and you can't just say this should be up to, okay,
Yeah.
we've had like 30 years of
Yeah,
this technology
exactly.
existing and it hasn't happened. We can't just rely on the fact that things are going to change magically.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have governments.
Yes.
Like, yeah. So I think, I mean, this all boils down to like our global distrust in governments, institutions, and like that's means that people question everything, and it's like not good all the time. Not good. Like, it's all good to question what your government's doing because you're allowed to, but yeah.
But to straight up think everything they do is like a hoax or has some underlying dangerous, like Epstein files.
Yeah.
Like there was an Epstein comment on that to do with this, that it was connected, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're
in a false reality.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
it's so dangerous.
so I encourage you to go and do like your own reading from actual sources about this before you go to the SYSCA comment section.
Yeah.
My next story, speaking of not being able to trust governments, I have a Trump story. So I'm gonna play you something, Abby, because I just think it's like the most childish thing I've ever
I didn't watch
heard.
it properly.
Okay,
So
well,
I'm really excited. I saw that you posted about it.
I'm gonna play it for you. And then I'm gonna give context after we've played this.
There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
Your
about-
elections
You
in
went
this
to
country,
court.
we're like a third world country.
But, sir-
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked,
But, Mr.
and so
President-
is ABC, and CBS, and CNN.
But, Mr. President-
You're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits, because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good
Mr.
time.
President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the
traveled
rain with
all
you.
the- I know. I
I've sat in the
traveled
rain
all the
with
way
you
to
for an hour,
Wisconsin.
on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press, because you know what?
Mr.
A
President,
country can never be
We
great
traveled
with a dishonest
Listen,
press.
we
Come on, let's
traveled
go.
all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
So Trump's a fucking child. He stormed out of an interview because, first of all, he said like a country can never be great if we have crooked press or something. A country
Yeah.
can never be great if we had a fucking crooked president. So this was, the context is she was doing her job as the press. Let me just remind everyone that the press's job in a functioning democracy is to hold the people in power to account, to
Yes,
ask questions
yes.
and to push back.
Yes.
She was pushing back on Trump, who was saying that the California election that's happening right now is rigged. He loves to say everything's rigged. And she was saying, actually, no, that's not the case. So a little bit more context. California just held its primary elections where votes are still being counted, and it takes a long time in California for votes to be counted because they count every single like mail-in ballot.
Okay.
It's just like if people take the time to mail it in, you're going to count it.
Yes.
It's how an election works. So Trump has always hated mail-in voting because he always says that it enables fraud and like he
Of course.
basically has hated it. Election experts and officials have repeatedly said this is not true, but he doesn't listen to anyone. Anyway, so when he was asked about the slow count of these votes, like there was a question that she asked him about the slow counts, he said the election was being rigged, people were cheating, and then she said, oh, do you have evidence of this? Like, obviously.
Yeah.
And he said, all I have to do is look and I listen. Then she said, that's not evidence. He then called her crooked. She said, to be fair, I'm not crooked. And then he said she was either crooked or stupid. And then we heard that he said, thank you, darling, and walked off the set. Meanwhile, in this interview, he'd also used it to repeat his claim that the 2020 presidential election that he lost was stolen.
Oh my God.
Even though that has been rejected by courts over 60 times.
Literally, get over it, brother. You're the president now.
Yeah,
Come on.
Shut the fuck up. Stormed off. And like she was just trying to do her job.
Yeah.
And then she's a stronger woman than me.
I know. Asking him to stay, I'd be, leave then.
Same. I'd be like, you leaving is all the evidence we need of you being a motherfucker, extra evidence. But yeah, she's a stronger woman than me because she has agreed to sit down with him again for another interview.
Oh,
and he's agreed.
He has agreed.
So
but his team must be like, you looked weak.
Yeah, oh no.
Looked weak. What'd you do that for?
Literally.
Like a baby.
It's like a baby. So
anyway. I can't believe he's president. I'll never get over I will never get over it.
Neither. But I think that's good because I think as soon as it doesn't seem crazy to us, that's when like we've gone smooth brain. Because we should be thinking that it's insane that he's president.
And everything he does is insane.
Everything he does is fucking stupid. Yeah. And I cannot wait, everyone, for his term to be over because as per the Constitution, he cannot be president again.
That's it.
Unless
we never have to see his face again.
Unless he does something that means that the Constitution is no longer what they follow, blah, 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 blah. But actually, we've got a podcast coming out that I'm teaching you all about the different forms of government and democracy, and we hear about people stealing elections and things like that.
Ooh.
So you're going to learn what might happen if Donald Trump decides to
need to learn
more evil.
Yes.
I only have one thing to say to President Trump. Just stop your crying. It's a sign of the times.
Anyway, what stories have you got for us?
I'll start with the more newsy ones.
Okay.
This just Instagram Plus came across my feed and I looked into it because I was like, who is paying for an Instagram Plus subscription? Like who?
No, I don't know.
And so I was like, oh, I'll see what the features are and they are so stupid, unnecessary. Like, and I'm like, if someone's paying for this, like embarrassing.
What are they?
So it's only $4.99 USD a month or £3 or $6.60 New Zealand.
Yeah.
So it's like on the cheaper side, but I'm still like,
well, everything's expensive if you're paying for fucking nothing.
yeah. So the features are you can send super hearts to people on people's stories. Vibrant animated hearts that burst across the screen to celebrate stories with friends. Like it's stupid. No,
shit.
It's like I couldn't believe that they've brought this out and people were like, oh my God, Instagram Plus. Multiple story audiences. So you can have different audience lists for stories.
Oh.
Story extend. You can extend your story to 48 hours.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you gonna pay for this?
No, like with a marketing hat on, are good.
Yeah,
like being able to have segments for like a newsletter or whatever for time zones is actually really good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pay for it.
Okay. Story preview. You can preview stories without the pressure to react. So like people don't know that you've seen it. Creep.
Oh, people don't know that. That's good.
It's weird to me.
Yeah, I know, but like you can watch a story and people don't know that you've watched it.
Yeah, but I don't care about that.
Yeah, neither do I. But you know, like lots of people, we don't have rosters, you and I. So lots of people probably do. Me and you were like totally that.
That's actually
anomaly. We're the anomaly. Damn, I feel like you're actually selling me and maybe other people.
Well, I thought these were such stupid features that I was like, who would pay for these? They just so basic.
They're really basic. They should just be rolled out like to everyone. Like
I think they're so like online, like so chronically online.
Yeah,
like it's like who cares about sending a super heart?
Yeah, okay. No one gives a shit about the super heart.
Yeah.
But the other ones I can see the use cases for them, not for us. We are actually if I was a marketer of a big brand, the story ones are interesting, but the being able to like stealth someone's story sounds like something 16-year-old boys and girls would actually probably be gagged over, but they shouldn't be spending.
They should not be sending me to them.
They should just make a fake
It's just a weird little cash grab that
oh yeah
Instagram's doing. It just weirded me out. Like it's just so tacky for them.
Yeah. But like they've done this before. Like you can now pay to get a verified tag.
Yes, yeah.
But it is reminding me of something that Twitter or X would do. Like this is giving very much Twitter verified or whatever it's called. So yeah, I agree with you that you shouldn't pay for it. Also on Instagram, talking about new updates. Did you see you can now reorder your grid?
Yes.
That's another thing. I mean, at least that one's free. I don't think I'll reorder. Well, SYSCA definitely won't because we don't care about
the
visuals. Well, we care about the visuals, but we don't care about the
profile.
grid. Also, with algorithms, you get served different shit at different times anyway.
Yes.
So it's
I didn't like the idea because I guess it just strays from the original Instagram of you got things in an algorithm according to time of when it was posted. And I like the idea that when you go on a profile, it's according to time of when you posted it. It just feels so weird to just rearrange all of your grid.
Yeah.
So then if you go on someone's account, it could be oh, this post is from 2019, but it's at the top.
Yes.
It makes no sense to me, and it makes Instagram feel so unnecessary. Why?
Yes. Actually, do you know what? I think actually with both of these stories, it's interesting because you're thinking about it from a personal user.
Yes.
And I'm only ever thinking about it as a brand
business
user.
Yeah.
So these things for businesses, I understand. But actually, when you're saying that as a personal, if you want to treat this like a photo album, like you used to, it's not good.
Yeah, so then it's just tailoring to businesses then.
Yeah.
And not the actual people
so
using it.
Realistically, that should only be rolled out to accounts that are labelled as business accounts, maybe, so that then you're still seeing. That's so true. We think about it in such different ways. Okay, Instagram.
Okay, Instagram. What's going on?
What the hell are you doing? Okay, tell me about the yeast.
Okay, I told Ben, your little brother, about this story, and he was like, I think you've been scammed by the story.
Have you fact checked it?
Yes.
Okay, good. So everyone, we can trust. We don't usually let Abby do the news, but this time she's fact checked.
Scientists have made sourdough bread out of yeast found on the body of a 3,500-year-old mummy.
Now, can I ask?
I have a note.
Where we think the yeast came from? Because if you think about where yeast infection is, I'm thinking.
Okay, well, no, I have a note about it.
Okay.
So, Otzi is he's like a famous Iceman. He was a corpse found frozen in Otzi.
It's a cute name.
Yeah, the little dots above the O.
Oh.
Don't know how to pronounce, but Otzi. He was frozen in alpine ice near the Italy-Austria border until he was discovered in 1991.
Okay.
And his body preserves the oldest tattoos ever discovered, by the way, with a total of 61 markings.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting. And it appears that he's been shot in the back by an arrow, so that's how he died. But then scientists have been studying the microorganisms preserved in and on Otzi's remains, and one unexpected result was that the researchers extracted yeast from him. So the yeast that they found only lives in cold conditions and are believed to have entered Otzi's body at some point after he died.
Okay.
So it's not like
human remains.
I thought when I first heard this, it was like he had eaten some bread and then they found the yeast or whatever.
I
no,
thought
it's
he
like
had a yeast
microorganisms that were found
Okay.
after. And they made sourdough bread. And one scientist said, we want to pursue this further and involve specialised research teams with the food sector in the process. Bread is currently one of the obvious applications we're considering. Another is beer. We've already discussed this with experts from a German brewer.
I think that's a fucking weird link.
Yeah, so then obviously I saw this first on TikTok and the comments were like, is this really fucked up? Like someone's dead.
Yes, it is. I think it's weird to be like, we found a mummy. Oh my God, he's got yeast on it. Instead of just studying it in a lab to make bread.
Yeah. I don't know. That hasn't said that they tried eating it.
Oh, I fucking hope not. That's just weird. I just think surely there's more breakthroughs we can do than making bread and
I know,
beer.
really random. But they're making food out of 3,500-year-old mummy.
Well, not actually of the mummy. That's also what's interesting is the mummy's kind of irrelevant in this story because the yeast organisms just got on the money.
Yeah.
So it could like maybe get on a piece of wood or something.
Yeah, I don't know if it's specific to like a body, but
That's
I'm not
an
a
interesting
scientist.
story. I think those scientists are something weird's going on in their brains.
Has anyone visited the lab?
Yes,
What's
gone
going
and see what's
on?
going on because like they're making bread and maybe they drank too much mummified beer and they were like, bread next? Wow. Okay. Interesting story.
Yeah,
Weird.
weird.
I like a weird story
Poor
though.
Otzi.
Oh,
Otzi the Iceman. And then a pop culture headline for you.
please.
Phoebe Bridgers announces affordable and phone-free concerts.
Addicted to this.
Yes, so she's been holding secret gigs like around America lately, and then she did on last Thursday, a concert in Madison Square Garden that was all acoustic, and the tickets were $20 or under, which is just unreal.
Really good.
Which is so good because lots of artists are having conversations about the price of tickets. Like there was a fight between. Was it MGK, Machine Gun Kelly? Or I don't know if that's still his name. I think he took out the gun. Machine
Kelly. Okay, no.
And Youngblood.
Oh, Youngblood always be getting in scraps about this because he tries to keep his costs low for his fans.
Yes, but then Machine Gun Kelly tried to come for him, being like, but they still cost this much, blah, blah, blah. So it's like a conversation that's been happening, especially with the Harry tour
Yes.
and the Taylor Swift tours. The tickets are just
Astronomical.
astronomical. So Phoebe Bridgers said, I'm going to give you guys a cheap concert. And the proceeds from that one were donated to the Community Justice Exchanges Immigration Bond Freedom Fund, which provides bail support to ICE detainees. And then on Friday morning, the next morning, she announced the Lost Tour for North America and Europe, where she'll donate $1 from every ticket sold for North American concerts to RAIN, America's largest anti-sexual violence organisation and an operator of the National Sexual Assault Hotline. So
We love that from her.
Yeah. And she's also put a full phone ban, or like phones, Apple Watches, all devices on the concerts, where attendees have to put their devices in a yonder bag, which is like these little pouches. They look really cute. And there's like magnetic device makes them lock.
Yeah, see, I
so
like
you can't access your stuff.
that idea rather than like, I mean, they would never do this, but like checking it in at the start, like somewhere, and then that would just be a nightmare to get back.
Yeah. But I think it is amazing.
Same. Did you see she said at one of her concerts, like, I hope none of you have got an Apple Watch shoved up your ass.
Yes.
That's so funny. I actually saw, and this is how like stupid the commentary must have been. I don't remember. I remember seeing some backlash to her not allowing phones in the concerts. I think.
What would it be about?
Oh, well, I don't even remember. I just remember looking at. It was some devil's advocate. Like, actually, I understand it for like if you have health conditions, but I don't think they'd make you put it in a yonder bag that was unreachable. If you said like, "Hey, I need to monitor this."
Yes,
or
there's
blah, blah,
got to be some sort
Absolutely.
of there's always health and safety precautions
Yes.
in place for certain situations. So
I just think we're seeing this world of people taking the most out of left field hypothetical situation that's crazy, seeing something good and then being like, but what if this really niche, crazy, once in a lifetime thing happens?
of someone that I don't even know.
Yeah,
Like
that I'm
I
just
don't
making up.
experience what they experience.
Yeah.
So I'm just like
the devil's advocate, the devil's advocacy of it all.
yes.
I think that's fucking cool. I think if you're an artist that can afford to do that and you know you're going to fill seats, like because she can rely that she'll sell all those tickets and they can probably budget for all these things. I understand that. I know why small artists can't because they're all cancelling their tours because they can't sell tickets. But if you basically can like confirm that you're going to get those butts and seats and you can sell all those tickets, then doing something like this is
I love
amazing.
it. And I love the idea of a phone-free concert.
Same.
Like going to a phone-free concert.
dreamy.
Like I saw the Ariana Grande concert and it's before she comes out, but it's just a sea of phones and everyone's sitting still and all the comments are like, is no one dancing anymore?
Can we talk about the Ariana Grande concert?
Yes, it's a bit controversial.
Well, I don't think it should be controversial because I think that the we shouldn't be commenting on women's bodies sort of line it has to be crossed at some point. Otherwise, we're just like going back to Tumblr, Thinspo.
I was going to say
Thinspo,
glamorizing
pro-anorexia.
ED, yeah.
Like she is still got the voice of a powerhouse. I can see why she has so many fans, but it's so interesting seeing so many of the fans being like, I'm distracted from the music because I can see all her bones.
Yeah.
And it is actually like really scary. I don't think it's like faux concern. You know, when people comment on women's bodies, like plus size people's bodies, they're always like, yeah, but I'm worried for her health.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're fucking not. You are just terrified of looking like her.
Yes.
So, and I think like now we're seeing the other end of the spectrum with all these celebrities getting like so scarily skinny. And we also know it's not natural. Like we know there's this, I don't think for Ariana Grande's sake it's this, but for a lot of them it's Ozempic or things like that. For Ariana Grande, it looks like someone that is like struggling and malnourished. And those are two things that are like, I know she would have so many people in her team looking out for her.
Yeah.
Like there's no way she doesn't know any of this.
Yeah.
But it is actually just like watching her. It's not even like young women are going to copy this or blah, blah, blah. It's just like, it looks fucking exhausting.
Yes, people have also said her concerts now involve a lot of sitting down or like less.
Yeah, like cardio based.
Yes, less cardio based than her older concerts used to be. So it's like the fans are noticing.
Oh, yeah.
It's affecting her stage presence. And
it's also hard for her because like she obviously loves performing, loves being, she wouldn't be doing it if she didn't love it because it's so demanding. And for your art then to be not the topic of conversation, but the conversation to be about your body, but it is also like if the whole world turned a blind eye, that would also be worse. Like if everyone was just like, this is how we should look and this is how I aspire to look, that would be worse. Yeah. So she can't win. The people watching can't really win. The commenters, I mean, I think the comment sections are fucking crazy. Like, but this is a story, like we should not have access to this many people and this much feedback all the time.
I know.
That's not
scary.
A story that we're going to solve here. But I do just think at the end of the day, like, it's not faux concern. It's not false concern like it is when you're telling a fat person that they are not healthy. Yeah. This is like, okay, what's going on here? Like, I don't know if I should support this by buying a ticket.
Exactly.
And like, I couldn't even go and see Wicked #2 because I was like, with both of those lead actresses, I was just like, I don't know, first of all, if I can sit and watch this because that makes me sad. Yeah. Second of all, I don't know if my money should be like supporting that.
Yes.
So I know that people think it's controversial to talk about, but if it's already happening and it's already existing in the comment sections, talking about it isn't going to make it worse. Like, it's adding more context to what's going on and what we're not idiots, we all see it. So talking about it instead of just like letting it fester in your mind or ignoring it is fine.
Yes.
So I think it's seeing the before and afters of her last tour and this tour are like quite devastating actually.
It is really sad.
It's really sad for her because it's not like she wants
it always
welcomed this.
Yeah, and it's so sad seeing women in the spotlight.
Yes.
This happened to them and it's not uncommon.
No.
Yeah.
And it's getting, I think the scary thing is it's getting more common again.
Yeah.
Like it was
as it becomes easier as well.
So anyway.
Yeah.
I feel sad for her. I feel sad for her fans. And like personally, I would not give my money to support in any way that. I more would be like, babe, please go and like
take a break.
We just heard about Lena Dunham's experience with rehab and things like that. It's like when you're ready, there are things.
Yes.
And when you have money and access, there are things you can do, but you have to be ready. Anyone going through anything mental as well, like she got to be ready. If I just feel scared because a tour is no small undertaking. Anyway, she still fucking sang the shit out of Dangerous Woman. I will say that. do you have any other things happening in pop culture world or internet world?
Yes, some little headlines. So, yeah, the Ariana Grande tour. Xbox is releasing a limited edition translucent Xbox console and controller, and it's so cool.
I love this so much. I like every single TikTok or Instagram post that comes across my feed that is like, what happened to 90s technology?
Yes.
Like all the old Macs, the
Yes.
phones, like everything's
It's all
see-through.
translucent.
Yeah, colourful and see-through.
Yes, they had one. Their OG translucent console was released in 2003 at like the peak of tech design. Like I had my family had a translucent purple Game Boy that we all shared.
That's so cool. I had a
Loved
yellow
it.
translucent Tamagotchi.
Yeah, that is so cute. And by the way, Xbox is run by a woman, Asha Sharma, and she is just like, it was really refreshing seeing, because obviously the gaming community
blokes.
towards women is like incel times a billion. Like,
Look at
it
how they're
is so
designed.
dangerous for women to like be in RPG games and things like that. But all the comments under all this, so Xbox had a showcase this week. And they're all like, she's killing it. The new CEO is like actually giving the community what we've been asking for in gaming. So it's really cute. So it's really nice to see her getting her flowers. Speaking of Phoebe Bridgers, she's starring alongside Robert Pattinson in a A24 movie.
Oh my God.
Have you heard about this?
No.
So it's called Prime Time, and it's about Chris Hansen and the creation of his iconic show How to Catch a Predator in 2006.
Don't know who Chris Hansen is or that.
What?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so you can watch these all on YouTube, and it's Chris Hansen's this like journalist, and he has like a fake house, and he is hiding in the background, and he has a young girl in the lounge who's meeting up with a predator, but Chris Hansen comes out and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" Like a whole team and camera crew come out and they catch the predators.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And you can watch it all on YouTube. It's so interesting to watch. It's iconic.
Yeah.
So Robert Pattinson is playing Chris Hansen.
Oh my God.
And he's got the voice. You know how Robert Pattinson is so good at voice acting? Like he did Boy in the Heron for
Oh, yes, Studio Ghibli.
Yes. And so he's like amazing. So he's done Chris Hansen's voice so well, and it looks really good.
Okay, that's kind of on my radar as well.
Yeah. I don't know when it comes out, but yeah, exciting.
Coming.
Well, anyway, what's on your radar?
I've got a really tacky radar. Love Island UK and Love Island US.
It's like in New Zealand, they come out in our winter time. So it's like the
Yeah.
only thing to do at night.
And
is
like
watch
Love Island. And I'm actually really liking the UK season so far, because usually the first week is so boring, but I think producers knew that, so they spiced up this week, this season's first week.
I've never watched the US. Are you watching it?
I only watched, I started seeing all these comparisons on TikTok about how the UK is kind of way more prudish than the US. Like the US, they're like way more out there.
That's fun.
Also way less racist on the US.
Oh.
Like the US is just like diverse by nature.
Yes.
Like, it's not like you have the token black person.
Yeah.
Whereas on the UK, it is
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
It's so bad. And so I wanted to watch them to like compare. And then also, I haven't started yet, but I'm really excited to start Yesteryear for the book club.
Yes, I'm halfway through.
What is on your radar?
With that Xbox release.
Oh, yes.
It was just top of mind because I think it was 2 days ago. The release date for the game I've been waiting for literally like 10 years. Fable is coming out in Feb.
Yeah, it got pushed.
Well, yeah, it got pushed. It was supposed to be November, but GTA is coming out. So
Yeah, it's coming out of Feb.
so,
Awesome.
at least we have a release date, guys.
Yeah, I know.
And I've started planning a trip to Europe next year
That's so exciting.
because me and my partner are turning 30.
Yeah.
So we've decided Europe is our 30th birthday present.
Yes.
So that's really exciting.
That's so much fun.
Planning a trip is just like so fun.
Personally, I'm sick of it. But personally, I'd rather get Intrepid to plan my trip with me.
This has been
No, that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yay.
So that's on my radar.
Okay, darlings. Well, we are going to go and record another episode, a deep dive all about, this sounds boring, but it's going to be really good, like all the political systems and economic systems, like all the isms.
The isms, which I've always wanted to know.
Well, it's not really all the isms because it's like democracy,
Right, yeah.
autocracy.
Yes.
Well, I'm not going to talk about
Never
that.
heard of that one.
Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it. It's going to be really interesting. I promise you're going to like it and you're going to learn a lot. So it's basically me teaching Abby for an hour.
I'm
Yay.
excited.
Anyway, join the book club if you want more of us, which who wouldn't? Come read the newsletter. I don't know, rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast and all that good stuff. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.